Today I'm going to be making a very special batch of candy. This is going to be a candy cane, the largest I've ever made, at about 3.5 feet long. And it's going to be for my largest customer ever, who is an elephant.
Okay, take a deep breath, everybody.
This is basically pure sugar at about 320 degrees. And this is what we're going to use to make an 8-pound candy cane that's probably going to be between 3 and 4 feet long. So now that I've got this sugar out here, the first thing I've got to do is add some color, because elephants are very artistic and they want a aesthetically pleasing candy cane. So we're going to get some red in here. Now this elephant is the second oldest elephant in the world.
Are you kidding?
She's 69 years old. So I'm going to go traditional. We're going to do red and white stripes.
Yay!
I figured since she's old, she's probably a traditionalist. Her name is Shirley. This table was made in 1881. So how many? Yeah, it's quite an old table, but it still does its job really well. Because look, you can see here how the sugar has already cooled down along the edge. Right? So the red has reached about a good working temperature. So it's going to go over here to my heating table. This table is not as hot as the candy, but it's hot enough to stop the candy from cooling down too quickly. And it'll give me up to an hour to work with the sugar. This temperature controls how the candy behaves. So I'm always going to be waiting on my temperature, making sure it's right, and then moving forward at just the opportune moment. Alrighty. So here we go. Watch what happens to the sugar as I begin to fold it over itself. So you don't see much after the first couple pulls, but maybe by like pull 5, you can tell it's starting to get shiny. And it's a little bit lighter.
Looks like hair.
And it's starting to get opaque now, which means you can't really see through it. So what's happening here is with each pull, I'm folding in thousands of tiny air bubbles into the sugar. Those air bubbles are like little mirrors. They reflect the light. And if I get enough in here, this is going to turn into a nice bright white.
So all air bubbles?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see the white.
Oh, it was never
I can see it,
Yep.
yeah.
This is why, like, you ever seen an ice cube and it's white even though the water you used to make it is clear? Same thing, it's air bubbles trapped in there.
So if you touch them with our bare hand.
The biggest candy I've ever made? Well, this is going to be the biggest candy I've ever made. Before that, it was a 2-foot diameter lollipop that weighed about 6 pounds.
Oh,
But this one's going to weigh about 8 pounds and be 3 to 4 feet long. So
Who was the
I've got my red, I've got my white. Now it's time to make some stripes. So we're going to do the traditional for Shirley. You know, she's 69, so we're going to give her the traditional
Wait, how
stripe pattern here. 1 thick stripe and 3 really thin stripes. So you guys probably noticed how I'm kind of moving these things all the way over to this side of the table. This side of the table is not quite as cool, or I'm sorry, not quite as hot as this side. So I'm going to let these stripes cool down just slightly faster than this piece. Because if my stripes are a little bit cooler, they're going to have a really nice, well-defined edge. And I've heard elephants are artists, so I need to impress Shirley. So I've got 4 stripes here. I've got 1 big one, 3 little ones. That's all very nice. But we got to go really over the top for this, you know? I might never get a chance to make a candy for an elephant again in my life. So you get ready for it, guys. I'm doing 8 stripes. Yes. Yes. There will be 8 stripes.
Why does it get smaller and smaller as you go? Because he's stretching it and that's making it longer. Okay, why does he make smaller and smaller and smaller?
It's just a style. It's just an aesthetic choice. I could have made stripes any size I wanted, but I thought this looks cool and it's traditional. It's the way that it has been done for many hundreds of years. So there's our white middle. I'm going to wrap the stripes now around.
Twist it?
First though, I'm going to add a little bit of water here. Here we are.
I don't have much. I thought it was big enough.
There we go. Lovely. Okay. There we go. Now, I promised you guys we're going to get to taste it before we give it to the elephant, so I'm just going to pass this around and everybody can give it a lick. Who wants the first lick?
Hi.
Okay, who wants the last lick?
Me. That looks so cool.
You guys see how it starts? It looks like a candy cane.
Yeah.
So here we go. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit. Now, normally I stretch it down real thin, but for this candy cane, it doesn't need to be that thin at all, so I'm going to stretch it a little bit here.
Oh my gosh, that's so adorable. Can it stand up?
Nope. It's going to be able to hold itself under its own weight, but I'm not going to play with it unnecessarily.
Oh, so y'all take a picture.
It'll go a little bit flat, but not too bad. And I'm going to flip it over one time, and I'm going to continue to massage it.
This video was originally released in 2012, but had to be re-edited in 2018 as some audio rights had expired. Shirley the elephant is still doing great at this point. She's 74 years old now. She was born in 1944. And she still, I'm sure, loves sugarcane and peppermint, which are two native treats for elephants in the wild. Thank you for watching Lofty Pursuits and Public Displays of Confection. We're located in Tallahassee, Florida, and you can visit us if you ever come down here or right off the I-10 interchange. If you'd like to try our candy for yourself, you can go to www.pd.net. We even have candy canes in July for Christmas in July as well as in the fall. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you for watching. We do appreciate it.